Rapper Travis Scott told police officers he was scared by their large presence during his trespassing arrest in Miami, Florida. In June, newly released bodycam footage showed the sicko mode hitmaker, 33, was handcuffed after officers responded to a report of people fighting on a yacht at the Miami Beach Marina shortly before 1 a.m. on June 20 and found Scott standing by the dock and yelling at the occupants of one of the boats. Scott, whose real name is Jacques Webster, was then taken into custody in connection with misdemeanor trespassing and public intoxication. In new bodycam footage obtained by NBC South Florida, the Houston native can be seen getting loud during his exchange with officers at the docks before ultimately being arrested. After Scott and his entourage exited the boat, officers began to probe them on what had happened aboard the yacht. While at the dock, the $3,500 rapper said he had spent $20,000 to rent the boat but was kicked out by its captain because he had stayed past the agreed-upon time. The captain, I told him it was disrespectful to kick the door open while I'm in the room, Scott told the officers. Scott alleged that he was in a room with his friend when the door was kicked in. Cops later spoke to the boat's captain, who claimed that Scott, who shares 2 children with ex-Kylie Jenner, was in a bedroom with a woman when he was repeatedly asked to leave. The captain added that the rapper had pushed him many times, and that he had no interest in pressing charges, but rather just wanted him to exit the vessel. As Scott and his entourage were escorted back to his car by the cops, who appeared to be willing to let him go without any charges, Scott began raising his voice and threatened to catch a fade, a slang term for fighting. "He going to catch a fade if he gets in the car with me," the 10-time Grammy nominee said, before starting to yell at the people on the boat. As the cops proceeded to walk the musician and his team away from the marina, Scott told them that he was scared over the large police presence. "I got no weapons on me," he said. "Y'all scare me." Moments later, the Goosebumps rapper told officers that he had to return to the boat because he had forgotten his bag. "I'm not gonna do nothing. I got no reason to do nothing," he said, adding that he was aware that the body cameras were on and running. But the police did not let him return, saying that they had asked him multiple times if he had left any belongings on the boat, to which he said no. Scott took his backpack off and placed it on the dock when he first spoke to the officers and told them he had nothing else on him. Scott blamed the mix-up on feeling anxious about the police presence. "You're really gonna lock me up after I was trying to get my bag?" he said rowdily. "This is a waste of y'all's time right now. Y'all scared me. 'Cause y'all scared me, y'all told me to leave now or you're gonna put me in cuffs," he continued. "There's 50 cops around me, bro." Scott then became increasingly angry, and continued to raise his voice and wave his arms at the cop. "You said if I stop walking," he yelled, after which the officer cuffed him and escorted him to a police vehicle. "Why you gotta do this, man? Come on, bruh," the rapper was heard saying. Earlier this week, TMZ reported that the disorderly intoxication charge against the rapper has been dropped by the state. Scott was not in attendance at the legal proceedings. However, he is still facing a misdemeanor trespassing charge and is due to be in court on Sept. 10. The Post has reached out to Scott's reps for comment.